Welcome to the Pretty Rich podcast, where every woman is the heroine of her own story. I'm Sheila Bella, and I built $1 million beauty business from nothing. Maybe, if you listen enough, you'll start to believe that you can do it too. Because if the perfect job doesn't exist, you can create it. If the job you want isn't hiring you, you can unapologetically hire yourself. My aim for each episode is to equip you with empowering conversations on how to grow a lifestyle that's pretty rich in love, beauty, wellness, and of course, financial wealth. I'm Sheila Bella, beauty business coach, celebrity brow artist, microblading educator, entrepreneur, wife, mother, friend, daughter, and your forever positive beauty boss bestie. Let's go. Hello, everybody. What's up? It's Sheila Bella in your headphones or in your car or on your speakers or your computer. Haha. Infiltrate. I'm infiltrating your life. Today's pretty big though. I'm going to open up as I do. But today I'm going to open up about my business. No filter, no nothing, about all of the mistakes I made my first million, which took me about 3 years to get that yearly mark. And I'm going to open up about it and tell you guys all of the things I wish I didn't do. Jeez. I told myself that if I truly want to serve, I can't hold back. That's important. Serving my people, serving you guys is my mission, my intent. So if you talk about purpose, my purpose is you guys. Really, you guys listening to this right now. I think of this podcast as a way to communicate in a super sci-fi super sci-fi way to my younger self. Maybe you're me 10 years ago. Yeah, maybe you are. This podcast and serving you guys gives me a lot of meaning. I was driving home right now, actually, from Whole Foods, where I got this awesome pumpkin hand sanitizer. Okay, giving me the fall feels. Yeah, anyway, back to the subject. I was driving from Whole Foods right now, and I was listening to another podcast. I forgot which one. The host asked if you were given an opportunity that you felt like you couldn't pass up because it was so good, but not exactly what you wanted. You're still settling. And I thought about my situation, and and my business is good. Sheila Bella is good. My artists there are great. And I was put into that position, and I asked myself, what do I really want to do? This podcast, my Pretty Rich Mentorship Program, my Beauty Business Academy is what lights me up. It's serving your younger self is really what brings about this deep sense of meaning. So you guys, like my students in Pretty Rich Beauty Business School, they tell me all the time that I'm helping them. Seriously though, it's mutual. It is a win-win. They're also helping me. Let me tell you, it's kind of scary what I'm about to do. It is. I'm not going to lie. But I've never beat fear. So I'm just going to do this podcast scared. I'm going to talk about things that are not so pretty, but if it can serve you and help you guys find success sooner at a faster rate without having to go through all the pain that I did, well, I'm good. I've done my duty. That feels really good. It really does. So, which reminds me, I want to speak on this concept of mentorship. Let me tell you about Pretty Rich Beauty Business School. You can totally join and work with me, okay? If you're in the beauty industry and you've spent so much money on your artistry and your training, but you're not seeing that return on investment quite yet, I'm telling you guys, my mentorship program, Pretty Rich Beauty Business School, is the answer. I'm not selling you something that I haven't done myself. Okay? I have social proof. I have over 100,000 combined followers on Instagram and over 20,000 on Facebook. I can actually help. Unlike a marketing company who's never done it, but is promising you a great future, I've actually been there. I've actually done it. I want to show you how I did it. Simple as that. So what you get is access to $1 Million Beauty Biz and updated weekly videos and content to further your beauty marketing education. And also, you will be invited to a private Facebook group where you will inherit an amazing tribe of women who are all beauty bosses in different levels. And the best part is you have weekly coaching access to me. So we get to talk and troubleshoot your business hurdles together once a week. And if you miss a coaching session, totally fine. We record everything and you can go back and watch it on your own time and then join us the following week. So that's Pretty Rich Beauty Business School. DM me on Instagram at @RealSheilaBella if you're interested. Or you can reach me at Sheila@SheilaBella.com. Back to the podcast topic, all the mistakes I made my first million as a beauty entrepreneur. Number 1, playing it too cool, waiting for business to come to me. This all boils down to the idea of customer service. I think gone are the days of waiting for business to just come to you because you perhaps post something that's so beautiful. This woman just can't help but just bust out her credit card and dial all the complicated numbers to give your business a call. It doesn't work that way. In the beginning, I was waiting too long. I should have pursued leads more. I think it wasn't until like year 3 when I figured it out that my business really started taking off and I was hitting like $100K to $200K a month in revenue. But before that, I was just passive marketing. So again, first mistake, playing it too cool. Pursue your leads. It's important. And actually in Pretty Rich Beauty Business School, I teach you exactly how to pursue leads without being creepy, without being weird, knowing what to say. Number 2, not saying no enough. Oh my gosh. I just want to give young Sheila a hug. Early in my career, I thought that every yes could be my big break. Yep. This is my big break. Just every client that said yes to me that was willing to work with me was my big break. Big mistake. So if you're like young, scrappy, and hungry, you need a strategy because if you don't have one, you don't have options. You need a solid branding strategy and marketing strategies so that you don't have to feel this way. Yeah, it's a hard pill to swallow if you're strapped for cash the way I was. What I didn't know then that I know now is that saying yes to something that your gut is telling you this is the wrong move. This is the wrong move for quick money could seriously cost you way more in the future. I can talk about this now because it's been years, but let me share a personal encounter. I had this one client who had me in tears, but this client had me at her mercy because she really wanted the moon and the stars, and permanent makeup could not deliver the moon and the stars. It couldn't deliver 30 years. What she wanted was a time machine, basically. When she came in, she was in a wheelchair because she had MS, and I was really sympathetic, and I felt really bad for her. So since she was in a wheelchair, I politely sat down so that I would be on the same level as her because I felt like it was better body language. It would be more polite to be on the same eye level as your client, whether they're sitting or standing or in this case in a wheelchair. So I sat down on the same level as her and I asked her what her biggest concerns were about her permanent makeup. And I couldn't believe it. She accused me of talking to her, and I'm quoting, like a handicapped little girl. And she threatened to sue me for such business practice. Mind you, that was not my intention at all. I just sat down to her level because I thought that if I stood to talk down to her, it would be perceived as impolite. So, gosh, darned if you do, darned if you don't. I was scared. I was really, really scared. So I let her run me. I let her run me and my mother at the time. Mind you, she came to me from a very well-known Beverly Hills dermatologist. She came complaining because apparently this dermatologist, who's been on Oprah, had lasered off the color off her lips during the treatment. I should have known that when this dermatologist had offered to pay for her permanent makeup, that there was an issue. She was a serial complainer. And just know, you guys, that if a client comes in on the dime of another business, think about what that business had to go through in order to agree to shell out a refund and also payment for the new service. That threat must have been pretty daunting. Therefore, whenever I have a client who is unhappy with somebody else's work, it could be another microblader's work, I don't go straight to bad-mouthing that establishment. I investigate. I ask more questions. I ask a lot more questions about the issue and what happened and what transpired. And most importantly, I don't take everybody on. You know what? I understand, because in the beginning, you feel like you don't have options, but that's because your systems aren't in place yet. Your branding isn't great yet. If you have all of these things in line, what it does is it brings in more money, and it gives you the power to say no, to refuse new clients. It gives you the power to choose who you want to work on. Number 3, posting for myself. Mistake number 3 was not catering my posts for my ideal client. I didn't have any direction. I was hope marketing, which is posting and just hoping that my content would convert without an ideal avatar or client in mind. And this is something I teach in Pretty Rich Beauty Business School, how to post to allure your ideal client. I was just, oh my God, I was so lost. I thought it was like a volume game. And in some ways it is, but not crap volume. So yeah, posting for myself. In this, it really does come back to you. If you truly, with every action, every move, every call, every word that you make in your business, if you just have your client in mind and you put that client first, it does come back to you. If you're posting for yourself, it's not going to come back to you. So that was mistake number 3. Mistake number 4. Mistake number 4. Not hiring performance-based. Oh my God. I just hire people because they were cute. Or like I like their shoes, or their resume was pink. This mistake cost me more money, more time, and more heartache than I even have time to explain to you on this podcast. Maybe I'll do another one on just this. I know you beauty bosses feel me on this. I didn't know how to hire, and I didn't know what questions to ask. So I hired based on whether I liked their personality or not. When you hire a team, they're really an extension of your voice. So the quality of your team members could make or break your sales, your business, your environment, everything. So what I know now is to hire based on performance. These days, I always have a trial. Okay, 90-day trial, sometimes even a 2-day trial. So we're going to try you out for a couple of days. And there have been times where I've actually tried out 2 girls at the same time. And that worked better. People agreed to that. So I'm like, okay, I can make a more educated decision on which personality to hire. I ask better questions now in the interview. So let's say if I need a sales girl to answer phones, I ask her to demonstrate her sales skills by telling me about her favorite mascara. So I give a scenario. I pretend like I'm a customer. I have $20 in my pocket and it's lunchtime. I could either buy this mascara that you apparently love so much, or buy lunch. Convince me to buy this mascara. Go. Is that harsh? It's very Wolf of Wall Street. But you know what? If you need a good salesperson, you got to test this out. Sales, they have to be good at improv. So Yeah, it's fun. It's fun for me interviewing now, performance-based. Another example, if I need a copywriter to edit my content, I do a performance-based test, usually at the second interview, and have her write me a short article on a specific topic. I give her 10 minutes, I give her my laptop, and when I come back, I check her work. So this recruitment process has really helped me put together a more efficient team that actually meets the needs of my company. Work. So higher performance based, not based on whether or not you guys have a lot in common. Oh, 5. I can't believe I just discovered this. 5, not putting myself before my inbox. I can't believe I just discovered this like 2 years ago. This is what I mean. The inbox, the email inbox always came first. So before, when I was building my business, I thought that in order to give my all, I had to wake up and open my email inbox first. I was consuming other people's crap before prepping myself. And I didn't discover the power of a morning routine until about 2 years ago. I should have set up my morning years ago the way I do now. I am very passionate about the whole morning routine thing, so that's going to be another episode probably coming up. You betcha. For the purposes of this podcast, I'm just going to rush through what I do about 5 days a week, give or take. Sleep, first of all, is where my morning routine starts. My morning routine starts the night before. I make sure I sleep early and make sure I get a solid 7 to 8 hours uninterrupted. Actually, this week has been about 8.5. So at the sound of my alarm, I get up, walk over to my phone, turn off the alarm since I don't keep the phone next to my bed. I put my clothes on that I laid out the night before, brush my teeth, walk over to the dining room where I have my devotional book. I'm reading Unshakable by Christine Kane, by the way, which fills me up spiritually. And every morning, believe it or not, my other favorite morning starter is Jocko Willink's Discipline Equals Freedom. I have that to light a fire under my butt cheeks. My mind by then has been inspired. It is clear. And now I can proceed. I've set my soul on fire even before I leave the house for the gym. Now, the gym. I've always thought that the way you perform at the gym is the way you perform in life. The gym takes perseverance, discipline, and focus. So if you dilly-dally around at the gym, you're going to dilly-dally around when things get hard. I feel great after a workout. My brain is in an alpha state and it's ready to go. So after a workout, after I've gotten my heart pumping and everything and I'm calming down, those serotonin, endorphin thingamajiggers are for real, okay? While my brain is in this like crazy, awesome alpha state, that's when my best stuff comes out. That's when my best thoughts are born. I spend about 20 to 30 minutes after the gym, take notes about motivation. I reflect on stuff and business ideas. I write it down. By like 8 o'clock, I've taken care of my physical health, spiritual health, my mental wellness, and now I feel like my cup is full and ready to pour out to others. So by this time, I usually get the kids ready for preschool. Then I check my inbox. Fill up your cup first because you can't pour from an empty cup. So what I didn't tell you guys that I want to tell you right now is this is a 2-parter. Yep, 2-parter episode. So that was part 1 of this series, Mistakes I Made My First Million. And honestly, I could probably keep going to like 1,000. I'm going to give you guys 5 today and 5 next week. In the meantime, beauty bosses, I hope that I've given you a little bit of a pep talk so you can go back to slaying your brows, hair, makeup, skincare, and lashes. Catch you later. Thank you so much for listening today. If you enjoyed this podcast or were impacted by this at all, please share it with a friend, spread the love, screenshot it, post it on your stories, your feed, your timeline, and don't forget to tag me. I'd really love to see that. My Instagram is @RealSheilaBella. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's episode. If you have any suggestions or questions for future episodes, I'd love to know what they are so I can make it happen for you guys and serve you better. Also, if you liked this discussion today, Please take 30 seconds to leave me a 5-star review on iTunes. Your support would seriously rock my world, and I love to support my girls right back. Check out SheilaBella.com for show notes and more tips on how to live the pretty rich lifestyle. It's the best lifestyle, duh. Be blessed, you guys.